Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for WLBT Plus. My name is Cara Shirley, and I am your digital news desk host. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Unfortunately, here in the capital city, here in Jackson, it was a rather violent weekend that happened. Of several shootings that happened. We're going to tell you about those. But we do have some breaking news of something that just came in to the station here. And it was about a double murder that happened in Jackson. It happened actually back in April. So we first reported it when it happened. And the press release that we received at first said that they believed, Jackson Police Department believed that the incident that happened was a murder suicide. There was a male and a female that passed away at the shooting that happened back in April. Detectives believe that the female victim shot the male victim, and then a female shot herself. This is what was initially believed to happen. But then we received more information from the Jackson Police Department saying that through further investigation, the case was now being investigated as a double homicide. And they did have a person identified as a person of interest in the case. Well, what just came into the station here was that today a 15-year-old by the name of Marvin Mace, Maas, and I apologize if I'm saying his last name incorrectly, but he has been arrested for double murder in connection to this case. So I'm going to pull him up on the screen for you guys to look at here. So this is Marvin, 15 years old, and he was arrested today for the double murder that happened back in April, which it happened on April the 20th. We reported it then. Let me get them up on the screen for you guys. Here we go. We reported it then when it happened, and he was arrested today. Again, his name is Marvin Mace. I apologize for the sounds, but he was arrested today. He's 15 years old. The double murder happened on April the 20th, and it happened. Let's see, it was on Belvedere Drive here in Jackson, the 2600 block of Belvedere Drive, where the shooting happened. So we are, if we get any more information on this, we will of course let you guys know about it. So we're going to keep you updated. But this is what the latest is, and it's a very sad situation. Just because not only the two people that lost their lives, but he's only 15 years old, such a young age. It's a horrible. It's just horrible. That's the only thing you can really say about it. Is it's just horrible what happened here. A lot of people's lives were ruined on that day. So if we get any more information, we will, of course, update you on it. But that is the latest information on the double murder that happened on April the 20th here in Jackson on Belvedere Drive. And again, Marvin Mace, 15-year-old Marvin Mace, was arrested today for double murder in connection with the murder that happened on the 20th. So that is the latest on that. We've also got some other information or other situations that happened over the weekend and as early as this morning. Now, we are working on getting some new information on a police chase that happened here in Jackson this morning, and it ended at a Super 8 motel, or the Super 8 motel. So, Capitol Police is telling us that they were pursuing a black Nissan Altima, and that pursuit ended at the Super 8 motel on I-55 northbound Frontage Road. This is between Adkins Boulevard and County Line Road. They did not yet tell us why they were pursuing this vehicle. Of course, when it was over, we saw a large contingent of Capitol Police and Jackson Police there at the motel. We are trying to get more information on this, and as soon as we do, we will definitely keep you guys updated and let you know what happened. Also, Jackson Police are working to find out who is responsible for shooting a woman at a gas station here in West Jackson. So let me pull it up for you so you guys can see where this happened, get it full screen for you. So it happened at the Texaco Food Mart on Medgar Evers Boulevard on a Sunday. So here is the Texaco Food Mart here, and if we bring the camera out, you can see where this is in relation to downtown Jackson. So here we go. The shooting happened right here, and it's going to be at the top left of your screen. And right here at the bottom, kind of in the middle, is downtown Jackson. So that is where the shooting happened. And when our team arrived, of course, we were the first on the scene, but when our team arrived, they spotted about 30 shell casing markers on the ground. You can see those there on the screen. So, Jackson police say that a 20-year-old woman was shot and taken to the hospital. Her name has not been released at the time. We also don't know the status of her right now, and we have not been given any information on a possible suspect of the shooting. But this happened again at the Texaco gas station in West Jackson. Another shooting that happened this weekend at another gas station in Jackson happened just a couple of hours before the one that happened at the Shell station. So what we are told is that let me get it pulled back to the right screen. I apologize. So it happened about around 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. It was on Ridgewood Road near Adkins Boulevard. We are told several bullets hit cars and gas pumps during a shootout that occurred between two people. No injuries were reported, thankfully, and we have not yet received any information on arrest. And police are asking if you have any information on the shootings that have happened to please call Jackson Police, or you can give a call to Crime Stoppers. That's just another one of the many things that happened here in Jackson. There was also a armed robbery and a carjacking here in Jackson, and this happened at Jane Avenue Park in Jackson, and a 3-year-old child was injured in this situation that happened. So I'm going to pull it up here for you on the screen right here. Where the dot is, the red dot, you can see that is Jane Avenue Park. We've got the Jackson Police Training Academy right there. We've got a Pecan Park Elementary School right here. And if I zoom the camera out so you guys can get a better idea of where this is. Here, let me go in a little bit. Got downtown Jackson right here in the center of your screen, and the shooting happened right over here at Jane Avenue Park. So what we are being told happened is a mother and her 3-year-old daughter, or I'm sorry, her 3-year-old. I do not know if it was daughter or a son, but the 3-year-old was approached by two men while playing in the park. Officials say the suspect then held the mother and her child at gunpoint and robbed them. The JPD says the suspects were driving a black 4-door vehicle that is believed to be a Chrysler 200, but they did take off with the mother's vehicle, and it had the license plate of HPU 633. It's a 2006 Chevy Impala. Officials say that the men hit the 3-year-old in the head during the robbery. Thankfully, the child is expected to make a full recovery. The child was taken to the hospital here in Jackson. That's according to Jackson Police. And of course, if you have any information on this, they're asked to please call Crime Stoppers or JPD to give them the information on that. We have Alicia Cushman in here with us, and we're about to get an update on our weather forecast. We do have some severe weather moving into our area, and here she is. Hello, Alicia. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing good. So we've got some weather coming in.
Yeah, a little bit of weather coming in. So this is the first alert to this afternoon and evening. So I know it's already just a little bit after 1. This is when we're starting to expect to see showers and storms move into our area, our forecast area. here in central Mississippi. So half of the state under a level 2 out of 5 risk. That's going to be a slight risk to see those strong to severe storms. The main concerns are going to be the potential for damaging wind gusts. Some hail will be possible too with some of those stronger thunderstorms moving through. Not everybody's going to see severe weather, and not everyone will even see the rain. So here's what it looks like for us right now. There are a few showers and storms starting to pop up in northwestern Walthall County right now. Otherwise, some light sprinkles going on across parts of central Mississippi. Most of us are dry right now, though, for those lunchtime hours. We do expect to continue to see this coverage build in, though, over the next few hours. So right into that evening commute, pretty widespread coverage of showers and storms. Again, the stronger storms are going to be really spotty for us, so not everybody's going to see that. And you can tell here there's expected to be a system, much bigger system building in during those late night hours that could potentially hold together and bring some impacts to us here at home. So as this moves in from the west, expecting that timing to be between 10 and 11, that'll be the greater threat to potentially see those damaging wind gusts and some small hail. Now, we can't rule out a tornado or some flash flooding, but those are so on the low end that even the National Weather Service is not putting them in their graphics that they're mentioning, but still something we'll be watching closely for just in case. But again, damaging wind gusts will be the main concern, and those can also, bring enough damage that it can be equivalent to a tornado. So trees can be downed, limbs can be downed, certainly debris, all that kind of stuff. But again, not everybody's going to see that. A good bit of us, though, should see at least some rain and hear a few rumbles of thunder as we go into the later part of the day today.
That doesn't sound fun at all, but at least it's not widespread. At least it's not everybody's going to see something.
Right. So we got the coverage only at about 60%. So certainly, again, not everybody, especially areas east of I-55. It's looking like they really won't see those stronger storms. Still under a risk to see a few of them, but it'll be even more isolated.
Even more isolated. So, of course, people can get updates by downloading the First Alert Weather app, and that QR code is on the screen if you want to scan that. But so I see we're looking at the threat likelihood. You have it right there behind us. Tell us a little bit more information.
All right, Cara. So again, the threat likelihood is going to be just a little bit higher for damaging wind gusts and for, this says large hail, but just for hail in general, expecting to only see hail that's about up to a quarter size, which certainly can, put a ding in your car, can crack a windshield, but otherwise not expecting that to be a very widespread issue. Damaging wind gusts, I may even bump that up to medium because that's going to be the main concern for us. Some areas could see a little bit of flash flooding, but that's also not going to be a major concern because a lot of us have dried up from that last bit of rain that we saw. So once that clears out, we should start the day tomorrow nice and dry with temperatures back in the upper 60s and the low 70s. So not too bad for us. I'm going to come over here on this other side. I'm a little more comfortable on this side.
I understand.
Yeah. And it's built, for me to have a little space
That's
here.
right.
So yeah, we're going to see very similar conditions starting us off tomorrow is how we started the day today. Get our way into the upper 80s tomorrow afternoon. We're not quite there today. We're staying in the low to mid 80s for our Monday because of the clouds and the rain that are expected in just a little bit. So not going to be quite as hot, but it does feel like the 90s already in some places. So our summer-like forecast, that's what we're tracking. First alert here for this first week of June to very much feel like summer. It is the start of meteorological summer, even though astronomical summer, which is what we consider summer, doesn't start until the third week of the month. So something else, of course, that just started for us, Cara, hurricane season.
Don't you love that? You got even more weather to talk about. Well, not now because the tropics are quiet. But
Yes.
You got some more coming. Yeah. According to the Weather Center.
The tropics are quiet right now, and that's as expected. So where we are at the start of June is very much on the low end for hurricane activity or for any tropical activity. There was already one area of concern even before hurricane season started. Didn't amount to anything, but just a heads up that we could see that. Now, the National Weather Service has said that even though our peak hurricane season is really from about the middle of August to the middle of October. Hurricane season doesn't end until November, but the peak there is right in, that time frame. We could see that peak a little earlier this year because we have those really warm sea surface temperatures already present. So that's something that we're going to be tracking closely. But again, not anything that we're tracking right now, which is good news. Our rain chances are actually relatively low going into the next 10 days here. So higher chances for us today and this evening, maybe on Thursday, and then likely for parts of Wednesday, Cara.
So if we just make it through today, then we're looking pretty good for the rest of the week.
Yeah, and we're definitely looking good, at least for right now, for the weekend, which I know a lot of people always looking ahead to the weekend,
Yes.
especially in the summer when the kids are out of school. So, weekend right now looks okay for boat day, pool day,
Whatever
porch
you want
day.
to do. Yeah, porch day, whatever it
Any
is,
of that good
whatever
stuff.
kind of day it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in and looking there again. We got a good weekend. Nice temperatures, not too hot, but is our
Not too
humidity
hot.
going to be up there?
Yeah, it will probably be a little bit humid for us. Not anything crazy. It'll probably just feel like you would expect it to feel at this time.
Normal
Yeah.
for Mississippi.
Normal
for sure.
June.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. And we're going to let her get out of here because you've been here a long time today, haven't you? You're normally here in the
I'm
mornings.
working Peyton's shifts today, so I didn't just get here. I got here at 10, but I'm only halfway through.
Not your normal way early morning.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Which
thank
was
you
great.
so much. And we're going to jump back into the newscast here. Give you guys some more information. My words, I keep on stumbling over them. So reporting on some of the stuff that has happened here in Jackson over the weekend. Again, earlier we told you about the 15-year-old who was arrested today for double murder. Now that happened today. The murder happened in April. But let me get him again pulled up on the screen here for you so you guys can see him. And his name is Marvin Mass, and the murder happened in Jackson on Belvedere Road. My computer is not wanting to upload him now. Okay. Well, the murder happened on Belvedere Road in April, and it was a murder-suicide, and he was arrested today for double murder. His name again is Marvin Maas, Mass. I'm not quite sure, but that happened today. Also, there was a car chase that happened this morning here in Jackson. It ended at a Jackson hotel, Super 8 hotel. I apologize for that stutter there. But the Capitol Police, were pursuing a black Nissan Altima at the Super 8 motel on I-55 northbound frontage road. It was between Adkins Boulevard and County Line Road, but we have not been told yet why they were in pursuit of the vehicle. We were also saw that when it was over, there was a large contingent of Capitol Police and JPD at the motel, and we are trying to reach out and get more information on that. Also, there was a shooting that happened at a gas station in West Jackson. It was the Texaco Food Mart on Medgar Evers Boulevard. This happened on Sunday. Our team was there, and they spotted at least 30 shell casing markers on the ground. So police have told us that a 20-year-old woman was shot and taken to the hospital. Her name has not been released at this time, and we don't have any information on a possible suspect at this time either. Then a couple of hours before the shooting happened here on Medgar Evers Boulevard, there was also a shooting at another gas station in Jackson, and this time it was at it was in North Jackson, around on Ridgewood Road near Adkins Boulevard. So bullets, what we are told is that bullets hit several cars and gas pumps there. It was during a shootout between two people. No injuries, thankfully, were reported, and we have not gotten any word yet on any arrests that happened there. If you have any information on this shooting or any of the other shootings that happened here in Jackson, then you are asked to please contact the police department or Crime Stoppers. And then what I also just told you about was the robbery and carjacking that happened at Jane Avenue Park here in Jackson. So a mother and her 3-year-old were approached by two men while they were there in the park playing. Officials say the suspect held the mother and the child at gunpoint and robbed them. And then JPD says the suspects were driving a black 4-door vehicle that is believed to be a Chrysler 200. this is a picture of the suspects getting out of that vehicle. So the suspects then stole the mother's white Chevy Impala, and her tag number is HPU 633. Officials also told us that the men hit the 3-year-old in the head during this robbery. That poor child. So, according to Jackson police, the 3-year-old is okay. He was taken to a hospital and is expected to make a full recovery. And of course, contact JPD or Crime Stoppers if you have any information on that case. Then we got information on a shooting that happened in Holmes County, which resulted in the death of a man. It was a drive-by shooting that happened. So Sheriff Willie March over there says that it happened around 6:30 last night on Cherry Avenue in Tachula. The victim's name has not been released, and the sheriff says that no arrests have been made at this time. We don't have any suspects in that case either. If you have any information on that, please contact the Holmes County Sheriff's Department and give them the information that you have. If you have some, we can hopefully get the suspect or whoever that may be, whoever was involved in this death, get them in police custody. There was also a shooting over the weekend in Tylertown, and police are asking for your help in finding out who is responsible for it. So investigators say that it happened around 9:40 Sunday night and was at the corner of Martin Luther King Drive and Beulah Avenue in Tylertown. The victim's car was shot multiple times. Says the victim ran away to a nearby Family Dollar to get help. If you have any information on who may have done this, please contact the Tylertown Police Department. We don't have any information on suspects at this time, but if you have any information, please contact the police department so that they can hopefully get an arrest made in that. It's been a crazy weekend here in the capital city, and unfortunately, it was a violent weekend here. That it happens, and we're going to report on it when it happens and let you guys know about it. Now, we have been following the case of Dow Mabel for a while here at WLBT. He was from Belhaven. He was missing, and it's been rumored that a video is out there and is said to reveal the events surrounding his abduction, because he was first missing and then his body was later found in the Pearl River. And a lot of us were hopeful that it would be helpful to the investigators, but unfortunately, what actually happened still remains a mystery for us. So Chief Bo Lucky says the FBI has rumored videos, and it does not show the 37-year-old being abducted. So Dow Mabel was first reported missing March 25th. About 3 weeks later, his body was found in Lawrence County. Agency says that the investigation is going to remain open, as none of the autopsy details, extra evidence, or leads point to foul play at this time. Chief Lucky says that according to the medical examiner's office, not even the preliminary autopsy indicated evidence of a homicide or any trauma to the body.
The FBI has come back with the same opinion as us, that there is absolutely nothing suspicious going on in that video. There is nobody carrying anything. There is nobody doing anything that would lead anybody to believe it's related to the Dow case at all.
So the chief says that the case remains open, but all potential leads have been exhausted at this time. You guys joining me here on Facebook, and I sure do appreciate you joining me, leaving some comments there. Trish Smira says it is time to stop the shooting. Love, not hate. I agree, Trish. Any violent crimes should not happen. They are there's no point. That does not do anybody any good. So lots of things happening here in the capital city. And like I said, we're going to keep you updated on all of it. We got lots of things that we are working on today as well here at WLBT. We, of course, have one of our reporters out at the mayor press conference that happened today at 1 o'clock. We also are going to have some information on leadership changes that are happening with C Spire. Also, more information on the widening of I-55 in Madison County. And Courtney Ann Jackson is going to have some information on the changes that happen to PERS, which is the state retirement system in essence. And she's going to give us more information on that. Plus, we got an update from Betterstein Wade on a settlement that happened with the that is in relation, I apologize, for the death of her brother that happened as a settlement between her and Jackson. And let's see, we also have an update on the supervisor meeting in Madison. Happened today, and hopefully get an update on the scams that happened there, where the Madison County was scammed out of millions of dollars, a lot of money, and we're going to get an update on that. Also, Miss Mississippi pageant is starting today over in Vicksburg. Of course, that'll be airing this weekend here on WLBT for the final night of the competition when we name the Miss Mississippi. You'll be able to watch that here on WLBT. Now, go to some information that we got that is happening out of Jackson. It's at an assembly plant for Hyundai over there. And what they do is they supply parts to Hyundai. Well, the U.S. Labor Department is suing Hyundai over child labor. Allegedly, they employed a 13-year-old child. So Hyundai is part owner of the supplier over there in Alabama. And this says here that the company alleges that the teenager worked up to 60 hours a week between July of 2021 and the following February. The 13-year-old child is the teenager that they are suing for, the U.S. Labor Department. So the department says that Hyundai, the supplier, and the staffing agency, where according to Hyundai, the child came in from, they all violated child labor laws. Hyundai says it is cooperating with the investigation and it's not responsible for employing the child. And the company also says that it has taken steps to prevent any future employment of underage workers. There was no comment from the supplier at this time, but we're going to follow this and we'll keep you updated on it. But 13-year-old child was allegedly employed at a Hyundai part supplier in Alabama. Hyundai is part owner of that supplier, and the child was working 60 hours a week between July of 2021 and the following February. Goodness gracious, that's a lot of working. That's a lot of working for that child. Another thing that happened this weekend, of course, it didn't just happen here in Jackson or even in Mississippi, but it is a thing that happens everywhere, and it's hurricane season. And it kicked off on the 1st of June, on Saturday. So they are saying that this season is going to be pretty active when it comes to hurricanes here in our area. NOAA is predicting 8 to 13 hurricanes to form in the Atlantic this year. And it says 4 to 7 of those could be Category 3 or stronger.
Rainfall flooding has been the deadliest hazard. It has almost nothing to do with how strong a storm is from a wind perspective. So we want people to focus on those hazards, the watches and warnings that the National Weather Service issues for those hazards, especially the water hazards, the storm surge, which is what drives the evacuations, the flooding, flood watches and warnings that are again going to highlight those areas at risk of flooding from rainfall.
So again, hurricane season runs through the end of November. we want to remind you about the special that we did here at WLBT in conjunction with all of the stations, the gray-on stations here in Mississippi, with our meteorologist. We ran the story, or the special rather, I apologize, on Friday night, and it was a hurricane preparedness special. It's never too early to be prepared for hurricanes. You just can't be too prepared for them. Don't wait until we get one. Don't wait until one is predicted to come to our area. Go ahead and get prepared. But you can go to our website, WLBT.com, to watch that special. And if you want to watch it, if you didn't get to catch it on a Friday, you can check it out today or anytime on our website, WLBT.com. So another thing that we have on our website right now is a man cave giveaway. Let me get this pulled up for you guys. The man cave giveaway sponsored by Tillman Furniture. We've got one lucky dad is going to be winning some pretty cool gifts from Tillman Furniture. We have a 65-inch smart TV, Yamaha soundbar, a Marvel arcade table, a recliner, and a bar table. So you got to make sure that you are registered by the 10th of this month to give your dad or that dad in your life the chance to win this man cave giveaway. So go check out our website for that so that you can get registered and maybe win some really awesome prizes for your dad. And you, if if you're home with your dad, whatever, you can certainly enjoy that Marvel arcade table as well. Then we have the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway that is still going on. You can still purchase your tickets for this house. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house, estimated 2,400 square feet here in the Flowood area. And it has got a lot of fabulous things with this house. But the best thing about it is that every dime that is raised gets to go to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. All of the people who participated in the building of this home, from the dirt work to the very top of the roof, they all donated their time. They donated the supplies, everything. So we get to raise a lot of money for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. They treat children all over the country. We never send out a bill. Never send out a bill. Save a lot of kids' lives, and the parents never have to worry about paying a bill for that. So go buy your ticket. They are $100 a piece, but if you look at the home that you could win from that $100 and the satisfaction that you get knowing that you helped St. Jude Hospital, Children's Hospital, it's really not a lot. It's really not a lot. So that is that's the end of WLBT Plus today. It was a lot. There's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff that we're going to continue to follow up on and bring you that information. So make sure you tune in to our newscast later today. Also, don't forget to download the WLBT app, because you can not only watch all of our newscasts as they are happening in real time, but you can also go back and watch them on demand. So if you don't get to catch them right when they come on, you can watch it on demand. And of course, you get the notifications for breaking news that happens in our area. We're going to update you as soon as we get it in here. And of course, make sure you download the First Alert Weather app. It's the 3 WLBT First Alert Weather app. Download that so you can get the notifications if there is severe area in your area tonight, because I know we are expecting that chance of severe weather. And as Elise said earlier, it's not going to be widespread. So that is why it's even more important for you to make sure you get proper ways of getting notified for severe weather in your area, because it may be in your area, but not in mine. And the app is going to give you those specific updates on your area. If there is any type of warning or watches or anything happening, the app is going to notify you of that. And of course, our team here, our weather team, the First Alert Weather Team, is going to be following all of the weather and will keep you guys updated for sure. So I will be back tomorrow at 1. I hope you join me then. I'll bring you some updates on some of the cases that we told you about today that happened, as well as other stuff that we are working on here at WLBT. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.